Hey everybody, welcome back to the WWE Universe. My name is Jitch and this is Monday Night Raw. I always forget what I'm going to say after I do the whole intro thing. We're kicking things off with a US Championship Qualifier Tag Team match. Oh, man, I can't wait until Justin Roberts isn't in the games. I never liked his announcing. I know that everyone really likes him. I think he's even with like fucking AEW or some shit now. I just never once thought he was like good. I know it's just an announcer, but I just thought I'd share my opinion anyway. Anyway, Dolph Ziggler is he's competing in this tag team match. He's got a mystery partner and he's up against mystery opponents. As we're looking to debut the final 3 people on Raw that haven't debuted yet. So they're all going to be competing in this tag team match involving Dolph Ziggler. And the winning team will join the US Championship Fatal 4-Way at Fatal 4-Way.
From Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
So for anyone curious, Dolph's win-loss record is 6-9. But he's teaming up with the debuting Daniel Bryan. And they're going to be facing off against a mystery tag team, as I already said. The other 2 superstars that haven't debuted yet on Raw. Because I want to get back to being able to show you guys like rankings and news and stuff. I've been getting the requests for it. I am listening, it's just that there's spoilers at the moment. Like the whole roster hasn't been revealed yet. I think SmackDown's still got like 5 more people to debut. But once those are done, then I'll be able to show them. I'll be able to show you Raw's rankings after this. I think. Maybe not the tag one. Obviously, for those that don't remember, he had a bit of a falling out with The Miz. He was attacked by the Misfits, and he kind of lost his place on SmackDown, unfortunately. I don't know why he was never given the opportunity to take revenge, or why Teddy Long was willing to let him go. But Raw's Mr. McMahon was very happy to get rid of Tyson Kidd as the Raw General Manager, so... why did I just say that? He was willing to get rid of Tyson Kidd because obviously he could afford to lose a cruiserweight. So he just thought, well, why the hell not? I don't really like Tyson Kidd. He attacked me. He can go to SmackDown. They want cruiserweights, and I get the big show. So we got one more guy left to debut, and that is, of course, the Macho Man Randy Savage. You'd think he'd get more of an ovation than this, but apparently not. The crowd just mildly entertained by the fact that Macho Man Randy Savage has made his very first appearance. Yep, he is officially a part of Raw. The reason that it wasn't debuting him is because he was right at the bottom of the rankings. It went to on NXT this week, but I already had a title match set up with David Otunga, because I think it had originally booked him against David Otunga. I'm just cleaning off my glasses. As for Daniel Bryan, in case anyone was curious why he's never been getting booked, he's been on the roster since we started at W12. The reason that Daniel Bryan never got a match is because he's in what I like to call rankings purgatory, where you're kind of the ranks between like 10 and 20-ish, or kind of 10 or 15, and you just go completely unbooked, which is where a couple of the people that haven't debuted on... In fact, I think that's where all the people that haven't debuted on SmackDown yet are. But also, this game is absolutely obsessed with booking SmackDown people on Raw, because I remember 2011/12 was when they kind of murdered the brand split for some reason. So I think they're just playing along with that. Stupid fucking unified tag team title bullshit. I can't show you the tag rankings because I think, yeah, 2 of the tag teams that might be in the tag rankings are from SmackDown. Because for some reason the tag team title rankings in this game are cross-branded. Even if you separate the tag divisions, they are still cross-branded. There's just 2 tag titles for all the tag teams of both divisions to go for. Don't understand it, don't like it, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I'll be able to show you the women's rankings. I'll be able to show the US. I'll be able to show the world heavyweight, and you can see just how much I've had. Oh my god! See just how much I've had to kind of take it into my own hands with booking and stuff lately, because the ranks are fucked, and I can't make them better. No matter how much I play matches, sometimes they just don't move. Case in point, I think Justin Gabriel is like at the very bottom of SmackDown's rankings, despite the fact that he's never really done anything to deserve being that low.
Now bringing in his partner.
Some pretty smooth tag team work from Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan. Obviously, the reason that this match was scheduled was McMahon put Dolph Ziggler with someone that's kind of Dolph Ziggler's stature, because he doesn't like Dolph Ziggler, as you all know by now. Meanwhile, he puts Big Show with the Macho Man, you know, two very esteemed names up against two smaller names like Ziggler and Bryan. It's obvious that the deck is being stacked here because McMahon wants to protect Ezekiel Jackson, who won't have McMahon in his corner because it's a fatal four-way match, and for some reason managers aren't allowed during those matches. So don't ask me, I don't make the rules. Tell you what though, this Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, that's a good combo. They could be a tag team one day. Say WWE 12 universe, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. Maybe they would have made a really good tag team. Maybe I would have called them Team DZ. Maybe I would have had someone steal that tag team and name. That's all the attention that's getting. Oh, damn, dude. I remember Team DZ, though. I'm not going to dance around it. I remember Team DZ, they were named by you guys.
And he makes the tag.
So, that was pretty cool. I mean, obviously we've had a team named by you guys recently too, so it's not like I don't still do that for you guys. It's not like I stopped caring compared to back then. Because the Altitude Alliance, that's a viewer named tag team, and obviously if you guys have good tag team names, I will use them. Not saying that you know your names that you recommended that I haven't used are bad. I'm just saying that I don't necessarily want to use a lot of them, but I'm always like open to suggestions. So if you guys ever have like a tag team you want to name, like Yoshi, Tatsu, and Ricky Steamboat, or there are other tag teams, I swear, like CM Punk and Kane. Actually, there was a name that like it was pretty simple, I think. It was CM Punk and Kane. I think like CJ Grinchy called them like the Rebellion or something, and I really liked that. I thought that kind of just summed up what that tag team is really well, and actually kind of fit. Wow. God, Dolph Ziggler might actually get a victory over the lowest ranked star, Macho Man Randy Savage. What are you doing, Bryan? Better question, what the hell's the referee doing? He's looking very dazed and confused, that's what he was doing. Okay, well, it's good to know. Good to know that when I need a referee to count a pin, he's busy being dazed and confused in the corner. Very nice. Yeah, I'm very open to tag team name suggestions from you guys. I mean, obviously, if Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan do form a tag team based off of this match, I'm not saying they will, I'm not saying they won't. But obviously they will just be called Team DZ because I think it's a nice throwback to the original series that we did. And I did always like them as a combination. So again, not saying they definitely will be, but I mean, I'm definitely not objected to it either. Obviously I have kept a few tag team names in the past, like the Celtic Cross, you know. I had some pretty bad tag teams from back in the day, like Swagger and Storm. It's the Real Americans. You know, I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. The Nation of Domination randomly coming in and only being Mark Henry and Farouk. Was Karma in 13 actually? I don't remember. I know Godfather was. I don't think Karma Mustafa was in. There might have been a reason it was only Mark Henry and Farouk. We know that Dolph Ziggler is obviously like built around not ever giving up, and Big Show is just apparently the little bitch boy that gets beaten up by everybody these days. I don't know how this happened. He got happy. That's what happened. He got happy. You saw his entrance earlier. He was all smiles. It's the first time we've seen him do that. I saw that new facial hair as well. He only had like a goatee last time we saw him. That's the real reason he disappeared. He was growing it all out.
Oh, did you see the head whip back?
Goatee. It's like a little baby beard. Don't know. I was just going off what the game refers to them as. It calls anything on the chin a goatee and anything on the mouth a mustache. What a taunt! And still to come tonight, though, for anyone that's interested, which is hopefully all of you, because I don't know why else you'd be watching this if you weren't interested in the matches. We have got a
Daniel Bryan like a cat heading to the top.
oh damn! We have got a singles match up next as Jack Swagger answers the challenge laid down by Mick Foley, who was traded over to Raw. This past Friday on SmackDown, he was traded over to Raw in exchange for... I can't remember now. I think Foley was one of the ones that was traded for... it was Foley and... No, it was Brodus and Big Show that were traded for the team of Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater. I believe it was Tyson Kidd that was exchanged for Mick Foley. The McMahon likes them big boys, so he traded his little cruiserweight boys away for... couple of heavyweights.
Look out! Ziggler nails another big leg drop.
Are you bleeding, Big Show? That's okay. Just get up. Just get up, dude. Just get up.
Oh man, how much damage did that?
Right in front of Randy Savage.
1, 2 is
And he saves his
I mean,
there.
what were you expecting?
Big Show has so much strength, it's
Why?
almost impossible for anybody to hold him down for a 3 count.
This
Here we
Big
go.
Show doesn't have a comeback in this
Everybody's in
game.
the
I don't think
ring
they
now.
were pushing him at this point. His push came in like 2012,
Oh, he's going for the eyes. That's such an effective move.
because it then turned into Daniel Bryan's push.
Big shot straight to the
Might have been 11. I think Big Show won it from Hall of Pain Mark Henry, and then Big Show got cashed in on by Daniel Bryan.
The tag is made.
I don't know. I just see
What an incredible
the one thing that I
suplex.
really disliked about WWE12 was that they got rid of like all weight detection in this game, and like they went a whole other level with how much they got rid of it too. Because like not only can you just suplex anyone with the tiniest guy ever, like Rey Mysterio could probably do like a fucking stalling suplex on Big Show if you put it in his moveset.
God, what are they doing here?
But you know, complete with push-ups and everything.
Can he score the break?
Squats even, not
And Randy
push-ups.
Savage kicks out, and he finally gets out of the ring.
But also, like, the Cruiserweight title in this game, it doesn't actually have a weight restriction. So when I'm booking the Cruiserweight division in this game, I can kind of just use whoever I want. So if I'm like,
Just barely moving.
I think...
Back to his feet.
I'm not, like, necessarily saying I would. But if I'm just randomly like, I think Dolph Ziggler fits into the Cruiserweight division, but he's like 230 or 40-ish pounds, I can just put him in the Cruiserweight division. Because I can. I tested it because I was applying the I was trying to set up a cruiserweight title match, the one that Sin Cara won, and I booked. I went to book it and I was like, okay, I'll do what I did in 11, where I kind of highlight over the roster, see who it blacks out, and give the person that it blacks out, like doesn't black out, a title shot. But it wasn't blacking out anyone, so I went, hang on a second, this is weird. So I tried like booking Big Show, and it like actually went through with it. It let me.
Taking its toll.
I pressed the comeback button, he did the jump up.
Ah, tremendous damage to the neck.
What?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Just got it cocked.
Knockout punch.
Massive right.
Dolph Ziggler
Allowing a
just allowed Randy Savage to run over and very slowly knock him off. Oh well. Maybe Bryan and Ziggler won't win. I'd like them to, but maybe they won't. This is getting a little bit lengthy, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Ah, look at this.
I can always do a hot tag if it will let me. Nah, he's gonna go for the pin.
His shoulders are down. One. And Bryan
Oh
gets
my
the
god, I
shoulder
actually
up.
kicked out. Which is good, because Dolph wasn't even coming to my aid.
Big show.
Watch out here.
Boy, I really need...
Punishment
There we go.
delivered at the hands of the Big
Slammed him a
Show.
little too close to Dolph. Dolph! Alright. Dolph really wants that US title shot.
Ziggler pops. Uh-oh, trying to put him away. Zigzag. He got him.
There you go,
Dolph got
Daniel.
him.
There you go.
Into the cover, hooks the leg. One, two, three.
And there you go.
Picks up the win.
So it's Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan joining the United States Championship Fatal 4-Way matchup featuring Ezekiel Jackson. But who will be the fourth participant? Well, we'll find that out next week because there's only 4 matches on the show. I'm actually finding it hard to book with how limited the shows are with 4 matches. I'm actually finding it a little bit difficult occasionally. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to when I can book longer shows, believe it or not. Look, they actually yeah, they're broing out. Maybe they will be a tag team after all. Who knows? I ain't saying nothing. Welcome back to Raw, where Mick Foley is now scheduled to go one-on-one with Jack Swagger. The World Heavyweight Champion was called out by Mick Foley after Mick Foley was granted his trade to Raw to pursue the man that attacked him in the main event of NXT weeks ago. Almost, actually I think over a month ago now.
Approaching the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing 287 pounds.
Just goes to show that Mick Foley obviously does hold grudges. So the World Heavyweight Champion Jack Swagger competing on Raw for the first time in quite a while, actually. I think the last time we saw him in a match on Raw was up against Edge, and I really wouldn't call that a match. As all he did was attack Edge. And then they fought until they reached the entryway. At Fatal 4-Way in 3 weeks' time, Jack Swagger will defend the World Heavyweight Championship up against Randy Orton, Batista, and the winner of our main event tonight, Kevin Nash or Brock Lesnar.
From Perry, Oklahoma, weighing 263 pounds, is the World Heavyweight Champion, the All-American Jack Swagger.
I think Fatal 4-Way for a lot of people is going to be a time for change, and by that I mean a change of champions, because you got to think about some of the champions that we've got right now. People like Jack Swagger and John Cena, the way in which they acted to get as far as holding the world titles that they've got. They can't actually do all the run-ins and attacks and stuff when it comes to a Fatal 4-Way matchup. Each one of these Fatal 4-Way matchups as well will be an elimination match. They'll have to outlast 3 people to actually be named the champion still coming out of the event. I think just like Elimination Chamber can really weed out some people, I think Fatal 4-Way is going to do just the same thing.
There's the bell.
There's the bell. But let's not forget that Jack Swagger is actually really good too, so that helps. He has a record of 9-9-2. He is just as much of a winner as he is a loser. His team with William Regal has kind of fallen off the map lately. Obviously, someone's a little too focused on being the World Heavyweight Champion, whilst Regal is focused on not getting booked because he's in the same purgatory as Daniel Bryan. By the way, speaking of Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler have officially formed Team TZ. I finished the match, I went back to the menu and it said that they have formed such a strong alliance that they can now become a tag team. Do I want to make them a tag team? So I just went, well, you know what? It said that they were ready to become a tag team, so they're a tag team.
Are you surprised at the confidence being shown by Swagger right now?
The thing that Mick Foley needed to be careful of is that he's a newcomer here. I mean, I know he's a wrestling legend and everything and blah blah blah, but obviously Jack Swagger is the World Heavyweight Champion and he's got a lot more to lose should he lose, so
Debilitating impact to the spine and
I don't think he's gonna be quite so willing to take this one sitting down.
The apron and down to the floor.
And there's the arrogance of the all-American
All American.
One word describes this assault. Punishment. He's absolutely punishing his opponent here.
Ouch.
It's still to come tonight. I keep messing this up and not actually telling you. We've got a tag team match once again. We've got 2 tag team matches tonight, because up next we're going to be seeing the Rebellion, CM Punk and Kane face off against Yoshi, Tatsu and Ricky Steamboat in a tag team match, as we are looking towards finding out who will be next in line to challenge the Celtic Cross for the World Tag Team titles. CM Punk and Kane have decided that if they're going to be kept away from the World Heavyweight title, that they're going to make the most of their tag team, and they're going to put themselves in contention for the Tag Team Championships. So maybe we'll actually see them get that shot against the Celtic Cross. However, I don't really think that you want to go up against Celtic Cross. I mean, they've beaten Demolition, they've beaten the Disciples of Darkness, they've beaten Ricky Steamboat and Yoshi Tatsu, they've beaten just about every tag team on Raw. It's going to take a newcomer team like the Rebellion or Team DZ to kind of step up. Speaking of stepping up, Mick Foley probably regretting that right now, if I had to guess.
Chance. Look out! Headbutt. Oh my word! What a nasty
Oh my
headbutt.
word! I won't say the word, but it's my word. I remember trying to do something with Jack Swagger's attires, where like, because you can color the insides of the red lines. I remember trying to do something like kind of like a pattern, but it ended up looking really bad, so I didn't do it. Now I kind of regret it. Oh well. I didn't even press a button for that. Swagger privileges. Gotta go for them legs. Or not. One day Swagger will get to use his ankle lock. Gotta work the legs. Yeah, there you go. A little more of that. No, don't help him up.
And there's the strength. We like to discuss Swagger's technical ability, but he's also extremely powerful.
Oh yeah, strong, talented,
There you go.
quick, and intelligent.
Work them legs.
Swagger has all the makings of a champ.
That's because he is a champ. Even at the time this game was made, he'd already held the World Heavyweight title.
So hard to outmaneuver that young man.
What? That's bullshit.
Well, that's it.
I went to use my signature and it like turned into a finisher, like the weak version of the finisher.
And Foley kicks out
Oh come
after
on,
2.
Foley, you're a bottom ranked guy.
That might have knocked out
On the
one
account of being
Foley's alter
DLC.
egos.
I love that the DLC characters just immediately get thrown to the bottom of the rankings. I really do. I think that's so funny. It's like, it doesn't matter the fact, like, who they are. It doesn't recognize that. It just goes, well, they're new. New people start at the bottom. Which is actually true, but, you know, if you weren't playing like a series universe, and you just bought the DLC, and you were just like, yeah, I can't wait to make Randy Savage a top guy and feud with my CAW of Hulk Hogan for the WCW title in 1994 universe. You'd have to get him to beat like fucking like Lil Guido. I don't know. Isn't he like ECW? I don't really know. Disco Inferno. There you go. There's a shitty wrestler from WCW. Buff Bagwell. Virgil. Yeah, there you go. There's a few. All those CAWs that you definitely have of those legendary people. Alright, Foley, you gotta chill out for a second.
Smart strategy there.
Uh-oh.
I don't care who's in the ring.
Oh, jeez.
You can't
Need to do some
out-grapple
push-ups.
two-time All-American. Now, taking
Do
a
another
moment to feel
suplex.
those ribs, and King, it appears that
Suplex
they're
City,
getting
bitch.
some internal damage.
It looks like it. Those ribs have been targeted so many times over the course of this
Another
match.
one.
I wouldn't
Oh,
be shocked
damn,
if
he got
one
me.
or two maybe cracked.
Can he score the pin? He got body
Not
on body there,
likely.
But that's about it.
And Swagger blocks it.
Jack Swagger.
Man, I've done like no damage to legs. Imagine like actually trying to make the ankle lock his finisher. Like, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna go for the jack. They're not the jackknife. The gut wrench power bomb instead, because this clearly ain't gonna happen. But like, imagine like you actually want that to be a finisher. They'll never win with it on the first attempt. They'll have to apply it twice to win every match, maybe even 3 times. And all of their matches are gonna take like really friggin' long compared to everybody else's.
And ruthlessness. Swagger.
Because I'm like, genuinely, I'm trying to weaken those legs. Mick Foley, he's got legs of steel. He's like the indie wrestler. Remember the indie wrestler? He had legs of steel.
Swagger has him in his sights, and
That was his motto, legs of steel, the indie wrestler.
there's the big time body splash from the All-American.
Kind of just want to pin him off of that, but I'll get greedy. He might reverse it. Like that.
Oh, out of nowhere.
Foley trying for the arms
Oh,
again.
damn.
And Foley drives his skull into the ground. And here's a cover. One.
We all know how bad I am at kicking out. Well, there you go. Mick Foley has pinned the World Heavyweight Champion. Because I don't like the WWE 12 kickout system.
Here is your winner,
Well, that's probably the biggest win he'll ever get in his career. I mean, that's not true. He could be a world champion. I have no issue with that. Mick Foley's great. A well-deserved victory over the World Heavyweight Champion was exactly what he needed in his first night on Raw. But it's exactly what Swagger didn't need heading into a Fatal 4-Way Fatal 4-Way match. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, Mick. Don't look at me like that. Okay. Wow. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Coming out first.
tag team contest.
I don't know why I'm talking like this.
Introducing first, from Hawaii, weighing 237 pounds, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Fun fact for you guys, win-loss records and all that, because I know how much some of you enjoyed them, I'm sure. I've never got a single comment about them, so I don't actually think you give a shit. But I read them anyway, because it gives me something to talk about during the entrances. Ricky Steamboat is coming out tonight. This is his first match in Season 2, but his Season 1 record was 2-4. He won only 2 matches, and he lost a grand total of 4. He lost twice as many matches as he won. That's right, Ricky Steamboat, everybody. Yoshi Tatsu, this is his second match in Season 2. His Season 1 record was 7-9, so he almost tied his losses with his wins.
Tokyo, Japan, weighing 220 pounds, Yoshi Tatsu.
But the problem comes in on Season 2, where so far Yoshi Tatsu's record is simply 0-1. As you all know, you mean cold-blooded people, you all voted that guy in for a hardcore title match against Vladimir Kozlov. And he got absolutely beaten the hell out of. It wasn't very nice of you to all do that to the poor guy. Yoshi Tatsu is a lovable guy. He's a soft, gentle soul. He's not about the hardcore life. Why would you keep trying to make a guy who is so soft and sweet win a hardcore title? I don't know. CM Punk. Now, he has a terrible win-loss record. There's a reason McMahon was calling him a loser. 9-18. That's his overall record. Half as many wins as he's got losses. Season 1, he got 8-16, and so far this season, he's 1-2. And he's not going to get introduced, because he's not worthy. The announcers have declared that they do not want to talk about CM Punk. And that just leaves Kane, which I will talk about when he's coming out. I want to know who you guys voted in for the hardcore title, because even though I didn't ask you to vote, you voted, so there'll be a hardcore title match, like, next week or on NXT or something, I don't know. Probably back on NXT. I don't think it makes sense for that hardcore title to keep taking up space here on Raw. You vote for Mick Foley. And okie dokie,
No, look out.
McMahon's boys are at it again. Both the Legacy and the Powerhouse. That's why the cutscene wasn't happening, though. It's because they don't have a tag entrance, and it was waiting for the right time to have Kane and Punk get attacked. I'm just gonna do this. And Punk, okay. Got a feeling Punk's about to go 9-19. I don't think this is gonna go his way somehow.
Able to come back from that attack.
I think that attack's going to really affect them in the long run. Randy Orton and Ezekiel Jackson, which goes to confirm exactly what we were wondering all along, which is that if the Powerhouse and the Legacy work together, the answer is yes. Yes, they do. The Powerhouse and the Legacy do work together. CM Punk must have a really bad reversal rating in this game, because like I can never reverse when I'm playing as him. I feel like no matter how much I press the right trigger, it only sometimes actually does anything. There you go. Let's get one of those in there, shall we? What? No. Oh no. No, I want to be Kane. I want to be Kane. Dad, I want to be Kane. Fine, fine. I'll go back to looking at the votes. Okay, so we had one for Mick Foley. Regal got a couple and had some upvotes. I had a comment saying agree, which could have been one of the upvote votes, so I can't really count both. Why am I off the side? I haven't even touched the controller. Please stop that.
What a tag team match this has been.
Batista, which I have to say is null. That is not a vote I would take in. He is a contender for the World Heavyweight title. He shouldn't be going anywhere near the Hardcore title. And Edge. Now Edge could really benefit from the Hardcore title, I'm not gonna lie. Like, absolutely I agree. He really should be the kind of guy that you're voting in. That guy's career is dead in the water right now. I don't know what happened, but we definitely don't have the Edge of the original WWE 12 series. What is happening in this match? No matter who wins between Brock Lesnar and Kevin Nash, one thing's for certain. We got ourselves a big boy bash for the World Heavyweight title at Fatal 4-Way, other than Jack Swagger. That poor puny boy. I mean, Randy Orton's not exactly huge, but he's big compared to, like, Swagger.
Punk's a very physical competitor. He knows how to attack joints, elbows, ankles, wrists. Punk's just well versed when he's in control on the mat. Oh, that can't feel good.
And he has to make a tag to his
I would really like to actually win this match. That's why I was originally going to play as CM Punk and Kane, and then that cutscene happened, and I was like, well, okay. I did set up like allies and enemies for a reason, and I'm glad that it's actually like listening to those. Maybe it will stop booking today's remarkable match, Alberto Del Rio and Christian versus Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena in the second match of Raw. All of those people that are on SmackDown. Ridiculous. It's like it keeps booking Swagger versus Edge as the opening match. I actually removed Edge and Swagger's rivalry just to see if it would stop, and it still books them. I think I'm going to keep that rivalry removed, though. I think although Edge has been stood up by Swagger, and realistically he should still be mad and want to persist, I think right now Edge is going to reflect. He's going to start on a little bit of a lower rung. Try to climb the ranks properly. I don't really like tag team matches where I only control one guy, because it's just like, I'm not really confident in tagging in my partner, because he's probably just going to lose control and then get the hell beaten out of him. I kind of just lose faith in the guy. I shouldn't, but I do.
If you're just tuning in, Michael Cole, along with WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler.
And realistically, it should be Kane that's beating the hell out of them. But because I'm not in control of Kane, I can't try to make sure that he does that.
And there's the toss.
And he finally gets out of the ring. CM Punk, the first ever straight edge heavyweight champion.
That's an accolade he'll enjoy reminding you of.
He's never won a heavyweight title, actually. Voice in the background. I like that someone recently in a comment pointed out the voices in the background, saying that like Corey Graves was originally in TNA or something as a commentator because he was in the game. You're not supposed to listen to those fucking voices, alright? They're just there. You're not. I can't get rid of them. It gets rid of the ring announcer. That's the only reason that I leave them on. I've already explained this so many times. I am the commentator. There are no other commentators. It is just me.
WWE fans watching this match all around the world.
Don't get smart, boy.
And Steamboat gets dropped.
What the fuck? Why is that his springboard on a grounded opponent? No. No, you keep your losing streak, Steamboat. I mean, you don't actually have one at the moment. But...
Man, this has been a great matchup. Oh, look out!
Indeed.
The man who likes to tell
No?
the WWE
Okay.
universe
Wow.
to just say no.
Really making sure that CM Punk gets his ass whooped some more. I mean, realistically, at least if Punk and Kane lose this match, it's because they were once again screwed. I'm going to say this is a Contenders match for the tag titles, because obviously we need some Contenders. Celtic Cross been holding those tag titles for a long time, and they've only ever had, like,
CM Punk likes to play it
4
being
defenses or
Surgeon
something like
General,
that.
But I'd warn that stepping in the ring against Punk
I think
is
they'd do
plenty
another
bad for
one
your health.
pretty soon. The hell, Kane? No, don't climb back in the ring. You're supposed to stay on the aprons to combine the moves together. Stupid.
Oh man, he got turned inside out.
Yeah, let's call for that move and then not do it. I mean, yeah, this technically uses the knee, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, that kind of works. It's wrong, but it kind of
This
works.
has been a war. He is definitely going to have those ribs looked at after this match. Uh-oh. He's in position.
Yeah,
ready
get them
to
crabby
strike.
hands ready.
Whoa.
CM Punk thinking GTS.
Yeah, go to sleep, Yoshi.
And there's the go to sleep.
That's alright, Kane. I'll
Into the
take him out.
double.
Don't you worry about it. You just relax in the corner, baby boy.
1, 2, 3.
Thanks, Kane. Thanks so much.
Punk wins.
Well, there you go. The Rebellion are the contenders for the World Tag Team Championships. Hallelujah. They still won. What will happen when the most defeated man in all of universe, CM Punk, with his 18 losses, faces the undefeated Drew McIntyre as part of the Celtic Cross? This is Kane's first match of Season 2, by the way. He's 1-0. I forgot to mention that. His overall record now is 11-8 because he has a 10-8 record in Season 1. Well done, you two. Well done. Welcome back to Raw. It's the main event now on Raw, where we will be seeing Kevin Nash versus Brock Lesnar to determine the final participant in the World Heavyweight Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Both people had their run-ins with Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar, who defeated Randy Orton in his debut, whereas Kevin Nash, although he gave Randy Orton some tough competition, he lost. So both have experience with at least one guy in the 4-way matchup, but only the one guy. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh, okay, that's what's going on here. Kevin Nash, obviously recognizing the fact that,
Oh, man.
you know,
This isn't
Brock
good.
Lesnar holds a victory over Randy Orton, whereas Kevin Nash doesn't. He wants to make sure that he gets into this match with an advantage. Very, very interesting way to start this, I'd say.
Man, what a nasty attack.
I just randomly picked to play as Nash too, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I got the guy that might win. Oh,
Reversal.
big bad punch. I'll tell you what, if Lesnar loses, there's no shame in this, because he didn't really lose. He was ambushed, cheated.
When Monday Night Raw heads to your neck of the woods, do yourself a favor and go be a part of the longest running weekly
Nash is already
episodic
looking to hit the
television show in
jackknife
history.
powerbomb on Brock Lesnar and wrap this one real fast. I guess we'll see.
And this has gotta be
Would
it.
be interesting. Would definitely turn things
After
around.
Lesnar
Oh,
manages to power out at 2.5. Down goes Lesnar.
It's obvious why Nash did it, though. He's oh my god, look at his clown feet. I never noticed how big Nash's feet are. I know he's a huge guy and therefore he's gonna have big feet, but look at those things. They curl.
And vicious too. And that makes Brock Lesnar one of the most dangerous men in WWE.
Well, this just isn't fair on Brock Lesnar, realistically. If he can overcome this, I think it's safe to say that Brock Lesnar is walking out with the World Heavyweight Championship at a Fatal 4-Way. If he can beat Nash at this much of a disadvantage, to the point where he was even hit with a jackknife really quick, I really hope I remember that Lesnar face so I can make that the thumbnail. That would be the perfect thumbnail. But yeah, I mean, realistically, if Lesnar can overcome this pre-match attack from Kevin Nash and still win, even after getting hit with a jackknife, I mean, it's big enough that he kicked out of it. I think it's safe to say that Brock Lesnar is going to go all the way at Fatal 4-Way, unless this match takes its toll on him.
And he does it one more time. Kevin Nash is battling with purpose here.
Oh wow, he's actually hurt.
Oh! Huge shot to Brock Lesnar.
This just isn't fair on Brock. On Brock.
And he's displaying tremendous viciousness. Big, sexy, Diesel, the outsider. No matter the persona, Kevin Nash has always been a major threat.
Yeah, well, it doesn't hurt to be nearly 7 feet tall and over 300 pounds either.
Oh, come on, King. There's been plenty of big men. What's given Nash the advantage over them is his mind. Nash is always mentally 2 moves ahead.
Oh, that's not good.
He's in trouble now.
Well, Lesnar survived 1 jackknife. Will he survive 2?
Powerbomb, a massive jackknife powerbomb from Kevin Nash. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Nash wins.
Well, that's the result that I think everyone was not expecting when it came to the main event. But Kevin Nash, he'd thought up a plan. He'd hit under the ring. Can you even call this a fair fight? A real victory for Kevin Nash?
What a physical match.
He made an example out of Brock Lesnar. He's qualified for the World Heavyweight title match, and as if that isn't enough, Nash is going to go back in for some more. He's really going to have pissed Brock Lesnar off. That's not a smart move. This victory for tonight might have got Nash a world title opportunity at Fatal 4-Way, but it's only delaying the inevitable when Brock Lesnar recovers from this attack and beats the ever-loving hell out of Kevin Nash. Can't wait! Anyway, I can actually show you guys this part. For once. Fatal 4-Way, 3 weeks away! Alright. What do we... Oh, wow. Everyone on the left one. Didn't notice that. Okay, so, rankings. News. Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan have formed a tag team. Rankings. I can show you the tag team rankings because one of the teams that I was worried would be in there isn't. So, in terms of women's rankings, Tiny Shiny is the women's champion. Michelle McCool is at number 1. Karma at number 2. Trish Stratus at number 3. Alicia Fox at number 4. You can't scroll below 4, so I can't see the rest of the rankings, but I think it's safe to say that it's the Bella Twins that aren't on this screen because there are only 7 women on Raw anyway. So it'd just be the Bella Twins that are missing. The World Tag Team Champions cut the cross. Their top contenders are The Rebellion, followed by Steamboat and Tatsu, followed by the Disciples of Darkness, and then the Powerhouse come in at number 4. There was no change in those rankings at all. The US title, I have been completely ignoring the rankings because I don't really think Michael McGillicuddy should be in contention for this yet, nor do I think that Drew McIntyre should be chasing this when he's already the World Tag Team Champion, and DiBiase's a bit of a loser. So again, I haven't really been paying attention to these, but Daniel Bryan is number 1, and he was in the tag match, and admittedly that was what made me remember to put him in it. In terms of these though, Kevin Nash has propelled all the way to number 1 after beating Brock Lesnar, which is kind of crazy. CM Punk remains, well, he's dropped to number 2. Edge at number 3, Randy Orton at number 4. So you can obviously see that Randy Orton and Kevin Nash kind of fit into the 4-way match, but I think Batista's really low because he's DLC. But obviously we've already got history with him in the series, which is why I've been doing it that way. Brock Lesnar has dropped from 3 to 5 after losing to Nash. Then you've got Big Show, Kane, McIntyre's overtaken Steamboat because Steamboat lost, so he dropped a rank. Mason Ryan, Jackson, Sheamus, William Regal, Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, DiBiase, Axe Smash, Vladimir Kozlov. Batista's overtaken Santino and Tatsu with Tatsu's loss. Santino could probably stand to drop another 8 ranks, to be honest. Jetstar, Nemesis, Michael McGillicuddy, McFoley, Brodus Clay, yeah, those are all the same. David Otunga is the very bottom of Raw. I'm not sure why, but he is. So, here's a preview of this upcoming... Oh, no, I can't show you that because it might spoil the people that haven't debuted yet. So, actually, I can't show you that. But, see you guys in the next episode tomorrow night, quote-unquote, where NXT comes your way. Bye-bye.